Hey happy campers, my name is Mr. Jim and welcome to Rec at Home. This week's theme is superheroes and we will be making our very own I Am Groot 3D drawings in honor of my favorite Guardian of the Galaxy and most interesting space tree, Groot. Hey Groot, how are ya?
I am Groot.
This week we'll be learning about trees in space? Yep, trees in space. In 1971, astronaut Stuart Roosa brought about 500 tree seeds into space aboard Apollo 14. It was an experiment to see if going into space would have any effect on the way that trees grow. Tree seeds orbited the moon about 34 times. Hey, that's about 34 more times than I've orbited the moon. These so-called moon trees were planted all across the country. There's actually 2 moon trees right near us. One in Loudoun County, Virginia, and another just a few miles away at the Goddard Space Flight Center in Maryland. After about 50 years of growing, everyone agrees that moon trees are about the same as Earth trees. Well, of course, except moon trees are way better for space squirrels. Alright, now it's time to get our supplies for the project. First, you'll have to get some paper. I chose about a half sheet size, but any size will do. Next, you'll need a pencil. Good old trusty pencil. Next, get your glue. I have 2 types of glue. I have a glue stick and also Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue will be good for the wood chip.
Googly eyes.
And finally, your wood chip, which will be Groot's head. Remember, be sure you ask permission if you take a wood chip from your garden or your neighbor's. Alright, let's start and bring this Groot to life. As I mentioned, the wood chip will be Groot's head. So the first thing you'll need to do is add some Elmer's glue to the back of the wood chip. Make sure you cover it almost completely because you really want it to stick. When I am done gluing, I find the spot where I want it to go on the paper and gently press down. There you go. Next, I need to draw the flower pot. Remember, it's okay if it's not perfect. I'll need to draw an oval somewhere near the bottom of the paper. Now check it out, not a perfect oval, but good enough. If you need to practice this, that's okay too. Now I draw one line on the left, the bottom, and then one line on the right. Notice how the bottom is rounded. Next I'll need to draw Groot's body. So really it's just one kind of squiggly line going up and another one that follows along that line. It can look like just about anything. Think of it as like a tree trunk. If I want, I can add detail inside. So look at your wood chip. Your wood chip has wonderful detail, so I'm doing the same thing. Kind of like a texture, almost like a bark. Remember, no wrong way to do this. Now I need to make the arms, very similar to the way I did the trunk or the body. Really just 2 lines can make the arm. And then again, I can do it on the left side, right? And I want him to be kind of going up, almost like he's cheering or waving. And then remember, a little bit of detail goes a long way, so if I draw in some texture on the inside like bark, it looks really, really cool, almost like a real tree or a real Groot. Now, how many fingers does Groot have? This one you'll have to look up, but I'll go with 5. Let's say 5. Now check this out. If I add a line that follows the line to the top of the flower pot, it looks almost like it's 3D. Now if I want to make Groot's body a little darker, I can shade it in. So check it out, I'm making a lot of small little pencil lines, not pressing as hard down as I did for the outline. And then if I use my pinky, I can blend it together. Did you know that pencil can blend? Alright, now let's do the same thing for the arms. Remember, I'm not pressing as hard with the pencil, right? It just gives a little bit of kind of like a shade or a shadow onto the body. And notice it matches the wood chip a little bit better too. I'm going to shade a little bit darker for the inside of the flower pot. Notice I'm pressing a little harder with the pencil, and I'll do both sides. If I use my eraser, I can erase that line of the top of the flower pot that's going through my Groot. This will make it look like Groot is in front of the flower pot. Now I just blend over, and voila, there we go. I actually can use the eraser to lighten up certain parts of Groot. In the same way I use shading to make it darker, I can use the eraser to make it light. Now let me shade in the flower pot itself. I'm going to do long lines going up and down on the left side of the flower pot and then some on the right. If I leave a little area light, it actually looks like the flower pot is shiny. Now it's time for my favorite step, googly eyes. So let me put 2 big dots of glue where I'd like those eyes to go. And then once I have that down, I can press down my googly eyes and I should have my very own Groot. So Groot, what do you think of my drawing? Do you think I captured your likeness?
I am Groot.
Ah, Groot, you're the best. I will see you in a galaxy nearby.